We need to have some new topics. Because I'm tired of the same old topics over and over again. What do you guys want to do? I would love to have a new topic. How are y'all feeling? Happy Pride! Happy Pride! Kiki, I'm going to let you sit in the request for a little bit. I want to try and get some ops first before I let up friendlies. Because sometimes they won't come up if we do friendlies. Just chill in the request for me, though, okay? As soon as I get one, I'll get you. I promise. Promise, promise. I got to take off my boot. I got to let the air out and take off my boot. See how triggered they are by my rainbow hair. Happy Pride. It's Pride Month. And thank you, Matt. Appreciate you. I take off my broken foot boot because I'm home now. And I ain't doing shit else the rest of the night. Not doing a motherfucking thing. There's a snake in my boots. Yes, I am still a healthcare worker. Why? What's up? I just got home from work. You watched my live for 300 minutes, Casey. You're a glutton for punishment. There's life after the boot. That's so they say. Oh shit, I forgot something. Hold on. You can still hear me, but I'm walking away. I like to have my phone by me in case people text me that need me. I don't know if you guys have Truth Social, but Donald Trump has been losing his ever-loving fucking mind for the last 2 hours. Something like that. Do you like my rainbow hair? Like my rainbow hair. Super rainbow, super gay. Super gay hair for Pride. Because it's Pride Month, bitches. Oh, yeah, I've been here. But my bangs don't want to cooperate. Thank you so much for the heart me, Dan. If y'all haven't sent your heart me's, send them now. I have a piece of hair in my mouth. Bleh. Yuck. Happy Pride to you too, heck. Okay, I have Kiki camping in the request too. I'm trying to get friends. Get friends. If that's what we want to call them. Why are my bangs being so fucking difficult? I think I'm going to cut my hair to actual bangs. Just FYI. But my curtain bangs don't want a curtain. They always want to curl in. No matter what I do. Trump is not the greatest president in history. Source, history. No, it's not because of my cowlick. They just do that. Like, even when I straighten them straight down, they just like to curl towards my face instead of out away from my face. Unless I set them with a roller. Which is annoying. So. I actually get multiple months. There's Hispanic Heritage Month. There's Veterans Month. There's the month of the military family. I get multiple. So. I'm not a Zionist. Aw, Ken says he pooped today. Good job, buddy. We get 11 months. You get 1. I don't know if you could count. Because I named multiple different things. Like Hispanic Heritage Month. Last month. This month. So many months. Collecting them like fucking Pokemon. Whatever, so what? If you have something to say, why don't you call in? The number's on the screen. I just got here, Emily. Also, Women's History Month. There we go. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from? Or bye. It's Pride Month. Oh, you watched your mom's first feature film, Super Mario Luigi? That is so cute. Super Mario said, I just finished watching the movie Penetrator 2. They watched their mom's first movie. That is so cute. I'm so proud of you, bud. Hi, Xavier. How are you?
Doing decent yourself?
I'm fine, thank you. Do you support the Republicans?
No, but I wanted to ask your clarification. Do you support the Democrats?
Sometimes, but not always.
Did you do it last time?
Did I vote for Democrats? Yes. There's no way I was voting for a fucking rapist. Bro, you
I
can't
mean,
even
what would
spell
it take
daughter. What the
for
fuck? Go ahead.
what would it take for revolution in your eyes? Like, at what point are you like, okay, actually, no, I'm not voting. I'm down for revolution.
I'm ready. We're past that point.
So then, why'd you vote?
Because I hoped that white women would take their head out of their fifth point of contact and do the right fucking thing. They didn't. I hoped that Latino men would take their head out of their fifth point of contact and do the right thing. They didn't.
Damn. So, did you watch the G side in Gaza? In 4K like I did, or were you not really tapped into that?
I did see what was going on in Gaza. I see what's going on in Gaza still.
So we know that Kamala was behind that, right? Like, we know that she supported it.
How? Sure.
Right, right. We know that if she was in power, she would have done no different than Trump on this matter, right?
I don't know that she wouldn't have done any different, but Trump is
Did you
still
read
allowing.
the...
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, no, no. Did I read what?
Did you like really dive deep into the Epstein or the E-files and like understand that when Netanyahu and them come to town and he gives the speech in front of Congress, he's like giving a speech in front of hundreds of Congress members, and they're all from both parties giving him several standing ovations. And that it was going to be no difference, no matter who was the nominee, no matter who was the president. There'd be no difference in the strategy, the multi-decades long plan to erase Gaza from the map. So why do we think that like putting a black woman in office is going to be any different from the rapist that's currently there?
Because the black woman wanted to help small businesses, make home ownership more accessible, fix the fucking economy, fix our immigration system, restore Roe v. Wade. There would have
And
been a
when
drastic difference.
and then when Bibi was invited, who was he invited by, and who boycotted the speech before Congress?
Hi, Tati.
Yeah, I mean, if y'all can't see that, we
No, I asked
need
you
to
a
What?
stop the
question. I asked
games.
you a question.
He didn't fix anything, Omar.
Yeah, no, I see where we're going with this.
Well, what's the answer to the question? Who invited him and who boycotted it?
I'm not gonna do the performative thing with Kamala like that. That to me, it's yeah, it's all performative because she was co-signing Biden when the G
What
side
power does
happened
the
and the
vice
bombs were
president
being
have?
shipped out. I don't
What
want to do
power?
the what power
What?
does she have
Yes.
game.
What power does
Like
the vice president have? What is their job?
we realize that the
What is the
issue
vice
is
president's
deep
job?
to be a cheerleader for whatever the president wants.
The vice president actually has a job.
Like I think I've so
So
lost
you can
y'all on
just
the
say you
plot
don't
that
know.
there's nothing I can really say or do to actually convince you otherwise. At this point, if you
I mean, you
saw
don't
what
have
was
to. You're just
happening,
telling us you're
you're
stupid. That's all you're telling us. What is the job of the vice president?
I have no clue. Why don't you educate the 100 of us in here?
Okay, well then you should go look it up because I'm not your history teacher.
She was about to be the president. And my question to you is, do you think that this war in Iran wouldn't have happened if she was president? You think the
Correct. It would not
genocide
have
would have
happened.
stopped? You think the
I
genocide
don't
would
think
have
the
stopped?
genocide. I don't think the genocide would have stopped. No, not until we stop giving money
Do you
for
realize
Israel,
how
and
those
that's in
two
the power of
things,
Congress.
do you realize that Israel was the key factor in Iran? Do you realize that all of our
Yes,
politicians are not
I
only
realize
paid
that
out
Israel was a
by
driving
Israel,
factor. I do realize
and
that.
you
I'm not
realize that
stupid.
not only has Israel bought out like the vast majority, like 98% of our politicians, but if the money doesn't work,
So
they could
the
also be
question here,
blackmailed as
friend, is why
well.
do you still support the Republicans? Do you support the Republicans?
I think it's
Yes or no?
detrimental to even
Yes
make
or no?
a
Yes
delineation between the
or
two
no?
parties. They're literally
Yes or no? Do you support the Republicans?
the
Yes or
same
no?
party.
Yes
They're the
or
same.
no? Okay.
They're the same.
I don't need you to come up here to listen to yourself fucking talk. You don't want to answer questions. You don't want to engage in earnest like since then. Not I don't have the patience for little boys. If you are watching on Twitch or YouTube and you would like to call in and have a conversation, the number is on the screen for you. It is 407-494-4348. Lady Gia, how are you? Oh, I guess they didn't mean to request up. Less than 30% is not 75%, Jay. I sent you an invite. I'll send you another one. Please accept it. I would like to have a conversation with you. Okay, well then you just get the mute. Thanks for calling the stream. Please tell me your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, Randy, New York.
All right, what's up, Randy? How are you tonight?
I'm alright. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Just got off of work, relaxing, hanging out with my friends here on the internets, having conversations with people. Do you support the Republicans?
Can't get. Yes and no. Yes and no. I believe no one is inherently good or evil either way. So yes and no. Thomas Massey is a Republican and he didn't like Trump. For example, just an example. But yeah.
Okay, so what is it about the Republicans that you support?
Well, the things about the Republicans, so they're for the people of America first. Sadly, the things I don't like is it's Israel second, or actually it's Israel first and then America second. If you really, I mean, I'm not even trying to be
No, I wouldn't disagree
funny
with you
or
on
anything,
that.
but yeah. So that's produced immense sadness and frustration, as a American born uh, person from another part of the world. You come here, American dream, blah blah blah, pay your
Right.
taxes, and then you find out, hey man, I could have just been born Israeli, and had a free healthcare, free college tuition, and blah blah blah.
So if you were to
So it's
vote
just stuff
again
like that.
today, like or the midterms, but if you were to vote again for the president today, did you vote for Donald Trump before, and would you vote for him again?
I have, but I definitely would not again.
You
Definitely would
wouldn't again.
not. Even if
Do you
I had to, yeah,
do you regret
even
voting
if
for
it
him?
was, oh, most definitely, wholeheartedly regret voting for him. He lied completely, like literally about everything. Everything that he was running his campaign on, he lied completely. I have PTSD actually from voting. I'm actually gonna abstain from voting for a little while because Donald Trump did it so bad to me. He really messed my mind up.
I mean, I don't think you should abstain from voting. I think if you're truly like remorseful for being a part of the group of people who put this man in power, that you should vote in the midterms and vote to give Democrats power back in Congress to at least make him like a lame duck.
You're right. You're right. Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. But you know what
Like,
the
just
thing
let him
is
sit
with
there
with
and
the Democrats and the Republicans, they're just two wings of the same beast. So who's to say, a
In
Democrat
certain
gets in
aspects,
office
yes,
and it's
but
even worse, than Trump was. So it's like the evil versus the unknown evil.
What
I mean, I wouldn't exactly agree with you on that. I don't think they're two wings of the same bird. I think people use that saying entirely too often. They are not two wings of the same bird. I know that there are two things that the Democrats could do better and should do better. They're not aggressive enough with their messaging, nor do they follow through. But ultimately, we have one
Hmm.
party who wants human rights for all, and the other party does not.
Agreed. Agreed. That's fair enough. You know what
what
it
was
is?
your
Most of them are bought out by APAC. I'm sorry. You can continue.
what was your red line
You were saying.
for stepping away from the GOP and Trump?
So he promised to release the files, and we all knew that was a lie. But hey, he promised to release them, and he lied because obviously they incriminated himself. So also the war in Iran. He's basically on a leash held by Benjamin Netanyahu right now.
So there are plenty of candidates who are out there who are progressives who don't support what is going on in Israel, that are not.
Who
Um,
who who would you? I mean, hypothetically speaking, who would you recommend hypothetically, of course, for the midterms or whatever, Democrat wise or third party or whoever. It
I mean,
doesn't
I'd
matter
have to
what you
look and
call
see
yourself
who's
at this point,
running
as long as
in New
you're a good
York to tell
person.
you, like who I would vote for if
Uh,
I was in your specific area. But I mean, I can tell
we
you who
just
I'd
got
vote for in Florida
Mamdani.
because that's where I'm at.
Mm, yeah.
I see you, Kiki.
Yeah, no, we just got Mamdani. He's been doing very, very well. Uh, we're actually the same age, Mamdani and I, and it's just the things he's done. The first 100 days was amazing, and I'm
Hmm.
looking forward to the rest of his term.
Nice. Geeky wanted to add something to the conversation. Geeky, what would you like to add?
Um, I should have known from the accent, but knowing you're from New York, brother, you were in an obligate blue state. Why not be smarter than
Yeah,
just voting down part? Wait, hang on. So the way that I did it, because I'm in California, and as a person of Shami descent, so from the Levant, from the area that Israel is currently destroying, um,
that's funny.
I couldn't vote for
I'm
Kamala
Lebanese.
Harris. I I'm also, well, my dad is from Zahle, my mom is from the Golan Heights, so
Oh wow, we're
I
neighbors.
definitely, yeah, we're pretty much cousins. I know exactly what you're talking about,
Yeah.
and it, of course, was a thing where I couldn't vote for Kamala Harris. But instead, I did a vote trade where I found someone in a purple state and they voted for Kamala Harris on my behalf, and I voted for Claudia and Karina because those two were the ones that I actually believed in. The thing is, our system's set up in a fucked up way, but there are ways to outsmart it. There are, like, you
Yeah.
can do it.
Yeah.
You just got to know what privileges you have. I have the privilege of being from an obligate blue state. My vote wasn't going to sway anything, and I'm not telling everyone to do this because then it would. But it got a purple vote to be a blue vote, and that to
Mm.
me meant everything because that meant that my privilege was mitigated because of the harm reduction I was able to vote on in a different way. I made a plan with someone, I organized, and I did what I had to do.
Well, friend, I'm
Very
gonna let you
interesting.
go.
A lot of people.
I'm
Oh
sorry.
yeah,
You can
a
finish.
lot of
No, no,
people
please finish your
basically
thought.
try to
Yeah.
do it. Yeah, a lot of people basically just try to do it themselves because I guess cancel culture, maybe religion and politics between friends. It's not something people talk about, so they just keep it in. I think it should be more of a broad um, talk, I guess, with everybody, just letting them know how The system is what's messed up, and not necessarily Republican, Democrat, third party, or et cetera, et cetera. It's the system which is broken. We have to scrap everything and go back to the foundation to even, before we even go back to the drawing board.
I gotta ask. You're Middle Eastern, I'm Middle Eastern, you live in New York. After 9/11, how would you ever vote for another Republican?
Wait, what do
And
Republicans?
so let me. That's a great question, honestly.
Unless Amanda
So I'm
wants to
from
move on.
Queens,
I'm
right?
okay with Amanda wanting to move on as well.
Yeah, since our friend here
It's fine.
since our friend here does not currently support the Republicans, I think we should move on. But I will say, I understand why you feel the way you feel, and your feelings are totally valid. But don't give up and not vote. Like, that's the one thing that we still have left. Please vote. Please try and vote for your Democratic candidates. We have to
Alrighty,
make sure
no,
that
definitely.
that Congress is no longer able to aid him in his agenda.
Cousin,
Yeah,
do me
no,
a
it's
favor. I'm gonna call you cousin because we're from the same part of the world. But cousin, do me a favor. DM me.
yes,
We'll talk
yes,
about
yes,
this off of the live right now.
for sure.
So we'll talk about it.
What's your? Okay, I'm gonna find out right now for
Oh
sure.
yeah,
We'll
there's
talk
no way
more.
for him. He'd have
Oh
to come
yeah.
over to TikTok. He's on the
Oh,
phone.
that's so funny. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
You know what? Give her my number. Give her my number. Send me a text. Feel free.
Okay, I will. I'll give them your number. Have a great night,
Thank
sir. I
you. God
appreciate you
bless.
calling
Have a
in.
great night, y'all. Be
You as
safe.
well.
I'm a mom.
You too. Bye. All right, Cook Talk.
Oh,
How are you this evening?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
I'm fine, thank you. Do you support the Republicans?
As of right now, yeah, I do.
Okay, what is it about the Republicans that you still support?
I support the people who make up the Republican base. I support the individuals more so than the actual politicians, but I do support some of the things that the politicians say and do. It's impossible to take a person from one party and support every single thing. But I think the general gist of the Republican mindset is, look, there's a reason why we had traditional things. Like, there's a reason because it worked. It may not work for everybody, but nothing will. And I think that, there are things that are and things that are not. We got to base our lifestyle
Well,
on
what
facts.
traditional things do you think worked and what didn't work?
Like, for example, when we had the peak of our racial equality, and I'm only talking from my experience and what I know from history. When we were in the 2000s and we were able to watch a Dave Chappelle comedy set, and no matter what he said, we took it as a joke and we were like, that's hilarious. Versus today, when if he says something that's not approved by the party, then we crucify him like something out of an Orwell novel. And so I think that's, something that's a great example of a cultural shift that I just can't support. And it tends to be headed by the liberal side of the argument.
Do you
Racial
think
equality.
do you think there's parts of comedy that can be harmful to marginalized communities?
Absolutely not. I don't think that comedy is harmful. I think laughter is the best medicine. We say that for a reason. That's the traditional thing I'm appealing to. We
So
say that because comedy is a way for us to analyze ourselves and other people and laugh at one another and ourselves. So we can stop taking ourselves so gosh darn serious and also honestly embrace a little bit of that's true because that's why we laugh because we recognize some truth in it.
so if somebody got up on stage and started doing racist comedy, you don't think that can be harmful to the people that it's targeted at?
Well, when you say racist comedy, this is a play on words or language here. So if it's comedy, then there's an art to it. That means it's done in a tasteful manner, like Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder. It's a tasteful way to do it and address that type of thing. And we recognize it. As a person, I'm half black. We're not that sensitive as the black community. And we can understand when something's done with taste and when something's done distastefully. So in a situation like that with Tropic Thunder, there's a reason is because it was funny. It was fun to caricaturize. It was funny to point something out, like, blackface, and realize that, hey, maybe, sometimes we can laugh at certain things. And so when you call it quote unquote racist comedy, it's not with the intention of being racist.
Did you by chance Well, let me ask you this: Are you white?
I'm half white and half black. I have one
Okay.
white parent, one black parent.
So, what do you think Dave Chappelle meant when he said to Time Magazine, "I want to make sure I'm dancing and not shuffling"?
Because, well, actually, exactly what I was saying. There's a way to tastefully point things out and be funny and to address things. And then there's a way, that's distasteful. And the way he was speaking, the distasteful thing would have been like a recall to like a minstrel show, shucking and jiving, as they say, to appease, a certain audience. And that actually, what he was talking about was the people who own Netflix and all these media companies that tell him that he can't make the trans jokes or whatever stuff like that. That's what he was referencing. He doesn't
That's
have to
because he's
appease
not part
them.
of that community, Cook Talk.
No, I'm addressing what
I
the host
mean, do
asked
you know
me.
that was ultimately the reason why his show ended, right? Because he no
There's
he
a
he
reason, yeah.
realized that his comedy. He never outright said that his comedy wasn't for white people, but essentially his comedy had been absorbed and enjoyed by white audiences in ways that felt wrong for him, and it was ultimately one of the reasons, if not the biggest reason, why he left the Chappelle show.
So to elaborate, they were trying to make changes to his show. Like for example, they said you can't say that on the air. He was talking about white liberals, white people as a whole. He wasn't addressing, and I know this because I've been a fan of him since I was too young to watch him. I've listened to many times on interviews and otherwise where he elaborated on this, and he was actually speaking about white liberalism when they were trying to censor
I,
his speech and tell him he couldn't address stuff and say stuff.
But white people
I really
laughing
want
at
to.
comedy that's geeky, that's geared towards black people and addressing black people suffering through dark humor, is not really bringing the country together in a
Why
traditional
is it
way,
not?
because it's not meant, it wasn't meant for white people. White people shouldn't be laughing at
Wait,
many of the
hold
jokes, if
on. Dave
not all
Chappelle
of them.
argued.
Like, it's not for white people.
Dave Chappelle would argue against that, and so would Kevin Hart and many black comedians. It's for whoever finds it funny, and there's a
But
reason why it's funny.
that's not the okay,
That
so
is the point.
obviously you didn't hear what I just said about
How can
one
you
of his
argue with a
major
black
contentions
comedian?
about continuing with the show.
I
That
told
was
you
one of
that
his major contentions.
he was addressing white liberalism and censorship. Like for example, if you use the F
That
slur,
not
they
according to
said you
his
can't
Time
say that.
magazine article.
No, I've read that article and I've read all. I mean, I've listened to all
But
the
that's
interviews
not the
where he
point
expanded
of
on
this
that.
conversation, right? The conversation is, why do you still support the Republicans? So what is
That's
there specific policies? Is there a time in history besides talking about comedy, like something that actually impacts people's everyday lives, that makes you continue to support Republicans?
Well, first of all, don't ever say comedy doesn't impact someone's life. It's art. Art definitely impacts people's life. And so, to address what you're saying, what you're asking me,
Comedy is
um,
subjective.
comedy, whether you think it's funny, is subjective. The art of comedy is not necessarily subjective. Just like martial arts, you're either
Does it
good and you know
improve
what
the
you're doing, or you're not.
economy? Does it improve people's
Yes,
access
it
to health
does.
care?
Yes, it
No, it
does because the
doesn't.
economy. You don't think people sell tickets? Yeah, it helps the economy.
It
It's a
doesn't.
good or a
It doesn't.
service.
It
The
doesn't.
economy is
It
based
doesn't
off of goods
improve
and
the
services,
economy.
and comedy is a service or a good that people purchase. They go see the tickets, they buy the Netflix subscription and
It's
watch
not a
it.
commodity. It's not a commodity, man. It's not a
It is a
commodity.
commodity.
You can't
It literally
commodify.
is.
It's not. No,
You can
wait. Okay,
commodify anything, right?
hang on, Cook Talk, because I want to go back to something Kiki said, because I'm pretty sure you went off on a tangent that had nothing to do with what she said. She said, "What if a comedian gets up on stage and does racist jokes?" And you took it back to Dave Chappelle.
Dave
She wasn't
Chappelle's a
talking about.
comedian.
Oh, yeah, camera again. Sorry, my bad.
But Dave
No,
Chappelle's a
she
comedian. What are you
said
talking about?
a
What's your point?
comedian. She wasn't talking about Dave Chappelle as a comedian. She was talking about a person who had no business making the racist jokes. A
So
white
two
person
things. Why
talking
would
about. Wait, Cook Talk, please let me finish.
go
I
ahead?
raised my hand. I was real fucking patient.
Go ahead.
Real patient. So when she was talking about it, she was talking about not being part of the community and punching down at the community. So
I
with
get that.
you saying stop speaking, when you said, "Oh well, he can't say the F slur because he's not gay."
Mhm.
He's not gay. That's the thing. He's using slurs that were used to dehumanize people the same way that a white person would use the N-word. That's why what's his face from Everybody Loves Raymond got canceled, and what's his face from Seinfeld. Both of them were fucking canceled because they used words that they don't have any fucking claim to.
Gotcha.
So
And so
when
that's why
someone,
most
if I'm a
comedians
different
are
community,
against.
wait, When someone from a different community punches down at a marginalized community, all you're doing is perpetuating further harm. That's it.
So yeah, so to respond to that, for one, Dave Chappelle's a comedian.
You
I don't
didn't
know why
listen
he
to a
was set.
fucking word I said.
I'm literally going to point by point address everything that I can remember that you said because you said a lot. Dave Chappelle's a comedian. I don't know why you would separate him from talking about comedians. Second, you don't get to arbitrarily decide who is able to talk about something and who's not. As a person who comes from the black community, who has a black mother, who knows black people's friends with black people, I'm in the black community. We're not that sensitive. Many black comedians, Aries, Dave, all types of Kevin Hart, all of these black comedians all agree with the exact same thing. And Kevin Hart
Yes,
just
but those were
reinforced that.
black men talking about it. It's not
Yes,
a white man talking about it and saying those things.
it doesn't matter what you're not
So
listening
you
to what I'm
think?
saying. Hold on, be quiet for 1 second. What I'm saying
You
is
be
that
quiet for a second.
those are black men who are literally going against your point as a person who you just said isn't black. Those are black people saying the opposite of what you're saying, who is substantiating my claim. So I don't know why you're trying to argue that. And yeah, punching down is a silly argument because comedians don't intend to punch down, quote unquote. It's an art form. The reason why
Yes,
people
the
laugh
fuck
is
they do.
laughing is
Yes,
an
they do. No
involuntary
cook talk.
response,
No cook
and there's a
talk.
reason why we
Yes,
laugh.
I'm starting to get aggravated.
Okay. You can ask me a different question unrelated to the comedians since apparently you guys
What
get so
policies is
frustrated
there
at that.
that because it's become circular and I don't like fucking
It's
talking
not
in circles.
circular. It's not circular, but a good
So
policy I
what
think Donald
policies
Trump
is
put
it?
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, a good policy Donald Trump, and I'm speaking in terms of modern Republicans, honestly. Even though Republicans did free the slaves, they're that party. But anyways, modern Republicans like Trump, he said, "Hey, we ought not to recognize all these different genders and classifications for sex in the government. We're efficient. We go on facts. There's men and women, or i.e., male and female, and he conflates the two. That's a traditional idea and a policy that most Republicans
It's
support
not.
because it's based on objective truth.
It's not.
How much
It's
time
not.
do you spend thinking about other people's genitals?
Yeah, that's just like a red herring, honestly. So what do you mean it's
No,
not?
it's a
It's
literal
not a red
question.
herring.
Yeah, it's not. It is red herring because it has nothing to do with the argument, and you're trying to make some sort of like ad hominem attack.
It's
Based
not
on
it's a question.
It's
It's not
not
an
a
attack.
homonym.
you're trying to classify me as some sort of weirdo because I made some sort of idea, some sort of statement against identifying as Z's or Zim or whatever. So yeah, that question is
Oh, that's
certainly a
their new
red
talking
herring.
point.
That's a red herring. So I'm asking the host said, no, what is it? Like you said, no, 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 a couple times. So no to what? What are
A
you
lot
saying
of
no
shit.
to?
Like all the shit.
Something
So
specific.
trans people have existed since the beginning of time.
How can you know that?
Trans people are not new. They're in historical
Let's
texts. That, like
let's grant
they
that they're
talk
not
about them in
50
the
years
Talmud.
old.
What?
But let's because we don't have to even say beginning of time. Let's grant that they're not 50 years old. They've been around for a little bit. Okay, fair enough. So what's your point?
No, trans people have always existed. The thing is that the Republicans have given you this weird thing to be afraid of when trans people aren't hurting
I'm afraid
anybody,
of
they're
trans
just
people.
existing. I
So
mean,
we're
you
not
clearly
talking
have
about trans
no
people.
desire to understand trans people. Like
I understand a lot about trans people. We're not talking
like
about
what?
trans people existing. I understand that sometimes people don't necessarily identify with society's version of what a male or a female should act like, i.e., a man or a woman. I know they're trying to align themselves with the social stigma or pragmatism that aligns with that particular gender, i.e., or sex, if you want to complete the two. I understand that people's expression doesn't look the same unilaterally across the board. For example, gay men who are not trans wear skirts because it expresses something that's inside of them that I can't really understand fully as a straight person. However, I'm not addressing that. What I'm addressing is the idea that there are men and women, and that's an objective fact of life because we synonymize men and women with male, female. It's always been that way for a reason because we're denoting to the gender that can have a baby and the one who can get a woman pregnant,
But
which who
not all
cannot
women
give
can
birth.
have babies, and not all men can get
We're
people
not
pregnant.
using
Like that's the
we're not
thing.
using the
Like
exceptions to disprove the rules because they're a rule for a reason and it's an
no,
exception for a reason.
it's about being inclusive to everybody. You shouldn't other or dehumanize people because they don't fit a box that you like to
So
check.
And we're getting off topic because you told me I didn't understand trans people, and I said I was addressing
You
the
don't.
idea of not. I just explained something. What do you have a disagreement with that I explained it with trans people? The description I gave, what was disagreeable?
The whole fucking thing. Like,
When I said they don't
because we
align
come
with
back,
social
because,
stigmas,
what, Kiki? I see you. What?
Sorry,
You have
no,
to turn
I'm
your camera off.
yeah. Oh, sorry, my bad. I'm just dancing around at this point because it was so silly. But like we have historical text 1,000 years older, 2,000 years older than the Bible talking about trans folk. We have cave paintings depicting
name the
people who
text
are
real quick.
transgender. Yeah, it's called the Epic of Gilgamesh.
The
So,
Epic of Gilgamesh describes
the
someone who
Epic of
doesn't align with
Gilgamesh.
the social stigma that is
Yes, they did.
man and woman.
Yes,
Hmm.
they
And so
describe Indiku as
how do you
Gilgamesh's
know
wife.
how do
I
you
quite
know
literally know
the
this. I have my degree in it.
how do you know the social stigmas of a society that you never participated
Oh my
in that
god.
we have little remnants of?
The fact of the matter
People
is, you're
write.
talking
It's
about
an art
trans folk.
form.
I'm sorry?
I said people
People what?
write. It's an art form.
People write. However, when we look up like our archaeological site that they just opened up, right? They'll look up something. Excuse me. They'll dig up something and go, look at this new thing that we didn't know. Like for example, we'll talk about ancient Rome. We thought that all the ancient Romans made their statues stark white because it was a cool aesthetic choice. They actually painted them with all types of different colors. And if you use that, you know that thing they use to scan the forest floor and see the pyramids underneath it. They use that same technology to see all the fragments of different paints. So we figure out new stuff all the time. And the thing is, we haven't ever participated in those societies. What we know about those societies don't necessarily align with what we have going on in our society. Like we try to say the Romans love the LGBT people. No, they value tops more than bottoms because they don't like the idea of someone being dominated. And so it wasn't like this pro LGBT thing. Same thing with the Sumerians. You're talking about the Epic of Gilgamesh. Yeah, and I know a little bit about them. I know that the Bible is based off a lot of the things that they wrote about, but they didn't describe someone as trans in the modern sense that we're saying. Absolutely not. They were talking about the idea of a
They were talking
shapeshifter,
about
just like the
no,
Hindus. No, the Hindus
no.
also
They
had
were talking
shapeshifter.
about Indiku himself. Indiku,
Okay, he's a
Gilgamesh's
shapeshifter.
best friend. He's not a shapeshifter.
He's not a shapeshifter.
What?
He didn't
No,
embody. He didn't embody female and male characteristics and anatomy.
no. They didn't. He didn't embody them. He was the soul of a woman, the soul of Gilgamesh's wife.
Right. So he
In
was essentially a
soul,
man and a
not in
woman, right?
body. He wasn't a shapeshifter.
But he was a. And
I
so who was?
can't.
Okay. So you're not just going to engage with what I'm saying. We're talking about people who don't have anything to do with our modern understanding and context of what trans is at all. They even still had man and woman because if you read Sumerian texts and ancient Roman texts and so on and so forth in the past, they clearly have a distinction of man and woman. They don't blend them together. They don't have the idea of trans as we have it. They have gay because that's something that surely existed, and we have evidence of that. That's concrete. All gay is being attracted to the same sex. But they surely understood sex versus I don't care that you show me the books, like so. I can Google all the stuff that you have written.
Bro,
I don't
I
even know
know
what
you're
book that
not trying to
is.
lecture. I know you're not trying to lecture me. I was able to, without effort, pull
I
off
don't
the
care.
Metamorphoses of Ovid, and the Odyssey off of my shelf. Book
The
tab to hell.
Odyssey?
One of these colors right here.
You
One
mean
of
like
these colors.
Homer's?
Hang on.
You
Stop.
mean Homer's
Stop
The
speaking. Cook
Odyssey?
talk. Please stop cooking. Please stop speaking so I can
I'm
cook a
cooking
tiny bit.
too. I'm
One. No,
cooking.
you're not. One of these
You
tabs,
said it.
the fucking green tab on this fucking book, the green tab is specifically about transgender characters.
Okay, open up the Odyssey and tell me when they're talking about trans people.
Literally, Cersei is a shapeshifter. Literally, she shapeshifts people. Literally, these things happen. It's
I
all
So
over
literally,
this shit.
I literally
I
said
looked up
shapeshifter.
information about Sumerian texts containing information or mentions of trans or gender variant people, and there are numerous instances like the hymn to
What's the source?
Inanna.
What's the source?
Academia's Education is one of them.
Academiaseducation.org, .gov.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's
What's the URL?
.co.uk.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So even, I'll say something about that later. Go ahead and read me what you got.
So there's the hymn to Inanna, The Descent of
No.
Inanna also mentions it. The Asinu mentions it. The Sumerian
Wait,
creation of
don't
myth it
don't
mentions
vaguely
it.
say
The
it mentions it.
Nanshi statuette
No,
mentions
no, I'm
it.
asking
Like
you to
all
read
of
the
these, all
specific
of these.
passage. Read the specific passage where it mentions it. Don't just vaguely say it mentions it. So
You
read
want me to
the
pull up the
exact.
actual Sumerian text?
Yeah, pull up the
Okay,
exact thing that
sure.
mentions
Give me a
that there's
minute.
trans people in
I have
Sumerian
to decline
society.
this phone call because I'm not answering an international number.
I wouldn't either. That we agree on. But furthermore, while you're typing, yeah, we don't have the same ideas. Like it's really kind of a crazy and fallacious thing to sort of like, I guess, imprint our modern sensibilities on an ancient society or any ancient society. And so that's one of the main mistakes we
Can you
make. We try
excuse
to
me for
like,
a second? Can you excuse me for just a second? What?
Oh, hi there. How you doing?
Fine.
I'm calling from Australia. I just wanted to give my opinion.
I don't care.
I actually like your hair, by the way.
Thank you. Okay, so here it is, written by Enhudwana, High Priestess of Ur, circa 2300 BCE. The quote is, to destroy, create, to tear out, to establish are yours, and on a... For fuck's sake, hold on one second. Friend, I'm genuinely not interested in your opinion from Australia. Please stop calling. To destroy, to create, to tear out, to establish are yours, Inanna. To turn a man into a woman and a woman to a man are yours, Inanna. So just
Okay,
like
so
Kiki said to you,
how does that
they have,
make it to where they understood it to be transgender? They're
there's
talking about
more.
someone with supernatural powers to shapeshift human beings. That has nothing to do with the idea of transgenderism or gender nonconformity.
So again, there's more. So the Descent of Inanna, composed circa 1700 BC, which was pieced together from over 50 clay tablet fragments excavated from Nippur, now held in museums, including the Istanbul Archaeological Museum, has this. From under the fingernail of Father Enki brought forth dirt. He fashioned the dirt into a kurgara, a creature neither male nor female. From under the fingernail of his other hand, he brought forth dirt. He fashioned the dirt into Galator, a creature neither male nor female. He gave the food of life to Kurgara. He gave the water of life to Galator.
So
So
tell
these are
me in
stories
context.
of
Now, I got you. Tell me in context how that would substantiate the claim that they understood the modern sensibility of being transgender in the Sumerian society.
That's
No, I
a
read what
dumb
you
ass
said.
question. That's a dumb ass question.
I heard what you said.
Because
I heard what you said.
we call people trans today. We call trans people, but in the past they could have been referred to something different. Like in biblical times they could have been referred to as a eunuch. But it doesn't mean they're not trans.
Eunuchs are not referred to as being in between male or female or being able
That's
to
somebody who
transition from
makes
one state to another. People have been
making
castrated.
yourself a
Is what they
eunuch
are.
but
That's castration. So no, you're
that's
getting
not the
frustrated. There's no
point.
reason
Why
to
are
get
you not
frustrated.
understanding this? It's not
I under,
difficult. They
I
don't
understand.
have the same vocabulary. We don't use the same
I
vocabulary
understand
that
that,
they did. But
and I
that
don't
does
need them to
not
have that.
invalidate the point that people existed during those times.
So
There's
what
7
I'm
fucking
saying,
genders listed in, what is it, the Talmud?
what
Like,
I'm
so are you
saying
saying
is
that
to
all biblical
substantiate.
or
7 in the
religious
Talmud?
text doesn't...
Hold on, I'm not moving on to 12 points at once. To substantiate your
It's not
claim,
12
you would
points.
need to. I gotcha. So to substantiate your claim, you would need to match our modern sensibility of what trans is to their ancient sensibility. So what I'm saying is that did not describe someone who made an elective decision to socially or surgically transform themselves into a male or a female in any sense. But that was a series
Well,
of,
you need
I
to read
guess,
more about Inanna then, because there's also a statue in the British Museum archives that's translated to Selim
I think
Butzuda, hermaphrodite
I
of
think you have
Inanna.
to
And I hate
concede
that
that.
word, but that's what it's translated to.
Right. And then, right. Yeah, I think you might have to concede that point because I don't think you know enough about their society to
No, I think you
necessarily
need to read more
substantiate the
about
claim.
it. I think
I
you need to
don't
read
think.
more about it. You're looking for the words specifically transgender
No, I'm
person
not looking
or
for that.
trans
I'm
or
looking.
transgender to exist, but that terminology simply did not exist at that time.
I'll tell you what I'm
It's
looking
not
for
that
because
hard
that's
to
not what I'm
understand,
looking
friend.
for.
It's really not a hard
Hold on.
concept.
Look, ma'am, I'm not even saying
Like
that's what I'm looking
if
for. I'll tell you
but
what I'm
it is
looking
what you're
for.
looking for, because if we look back in the
Let me
early
tell you what I'm looking
2000s,
for.
people didn't say cooked. We would say you got
Wait,
your
wait.
ass handed to you. Does that mean
I'll,
that
I'll
that
tell
didn't
you.
like somebody couldn't lose a debate back in the early 2000s? No, it just means that we use
No,
different fucking terminology. It's not hard to
right, but
understand.
I'll tell you what I'm looking for so you can go find it, okay? So you can I'm stealing into your argument. I'm gonna let you find what I'm looking for. I'm laying out specifically. What I'm looking for is for them to essentially explain that there is no such thing as male or a female or a man or a woman and we're interchangeable and it's all just up to social stigma
But
and
that would be
subjective
fucking
opinion.
stupid, because we know men and women exist just like we know trans people exist. That's where you're
Okay, so
flawed, my guy. Nobody's
where am I
ever going to
flawed?
say that male or female doesn't exist. There's no point in history where we didn't
There actually
differentiate
are
between one sex and the other sex. No, there isn't.
there
Because
actually
we
are
have no.
people that say
Bro,
that and
since
I
people
also
were in
said
caves, they
gender
knew
too.
that their genitals looked different. Before
I actually
even,
gave you
even.
I got you. I even said two things. I even said man and woman in case you
Cook
didn't
Talk,
want
could
to
you shut the
conflate the
fuck up and
two.
let her finish?
I'm saying I conflated
Like,
male,
are you
female with
allergic
man
to
and
letting
woman.
people finish? Are you allergic to letting people finish?
I'm allergic to
Male and
someone
female are
responding to a
modern
point that I'm
words
not
used
making.
in sex, and male and woman. Male and female are sex terms. They are
They're
used
not necessarily
exclusively in
modern.
science. Shut up! They're sex
Can you
terms,
stop being
exclusively
triggered and
used in
relax?
science. No, I'm
Kiki,
trans.
please,
You're triggering me.
I know, but I'm trying to have like a civil conversation, and this is escalating things, and it's not helping. It's
Thank
not
you.
helping at all. I want you to be heard, and I want you to say what you want to say, but maybe take a breath for a second and just collect your thoughts so you can adequately articulate yourself.
Hell, I want to hear it too, but it's just like I agree with you honestly
All
on
right.
that.
Cook, I don't need your help.
I
Geeky is
know.
my
Yeah.
friend,
I'm
and
not
I'm
off.
trying to help them recenter themselves. Shut up. Go ahead, Geeky.
We're balanced. Thank you. Dude, no one is claiming. The claim has never been that there has been a time where male and female have been blurred between one another and there was no distinction. No, at any point there's never been that. In the ancient Ovid's Metamorphoses, in the ancient texts from the indigenous tribes of Turtle Island, from the ancient Sumerian texts, the Babylonians, the ancient Chinese, the ancient writings from every part of the world. And believe me when I say I
The
fucking looked for
world.
it. Would you please just let me speak, dude? If
Mute
you
when you're
want to
not
know what's
talking.
actually getting me fucking, yeah, what's actually getting me is the fact that you won't let anyone fucking finish. So
That is
I need you to know, stop speaking, please, please. I'm trying real hard to be calm. Amanda can hear it in my voice. The struggle is there. I need you to mute up.
just stop telling me that and just
Just
finish.
please mute up.
I muted him. Go ahead.
Thank you. When we look at this, there's always been a distinction between male and female, man and woman. The problem is, man and woman are modern terms. Male and female are modern terms. These weren't terms that they used in the ancient texts. They weren't. In the Bible, it's listed out with 8 different genders. 8 different genders and the translation of them from the ancient Hebrew. I need you to understand that your request is the impossible. It's the Kobayashi Maru. You haven't asked us for something that's doable because of the fact that no one can find that because it didn't exist. But to say that because of that our entire existence as trans people is invalid, that's where the offense is. Because you can't tell us that when we talk about the fact that what was her name again? Help me.
Inanna.
Inanna, when we're talking about Inanna being able to make men women and women men, she's able to grant them their wishes. She's able to give them their desires. So if you can't read the subtext in it, I congratulate you for always being part of the main text and never having to read yourself from the margins.
Gotcha.
Congratulations on that, because that's not our experience. We
Okay.
have to look for
Let me
that
respond to that.
subtext.
Let me respond to
No,
that.
I'm
Because
not
you
done yet.
have a lot of points.
You have. My
Let him
God.
respond, Geeky. Give him a moment to respond.
Okay.
Just respond. Just quickly, you don't have to do it now. I'm just saying in the background, think when did someone actually make a wish and when is that showing up in text? But so what I'm saying is, yeah, the reason why I'm saying all this is because they had words for men and women. They had words for all of that. It wasn't English, but it was a word that described that, right? They understood, like you said, from ancient times that we look different, we have different functions and have different abilities. They certainly had a way to describe that because human involved to have language, and that's how we have a society and definitions which people don't like to adhere to anymore. But what I'm saying is, I'm not asking you the impossible. I'm saying that what you're thinking is synonymous with transhood is not. And so when you're talking about, you're refuting my point, saying that when no one's talking about being able to switch out of genders or blur the lines between the two, being trans is blurring the lines because if there was something absolutely objective, we wouldn't sit here and argue whether or not you can be trans. Trans means to go from one to another, transition.
No, it
So
doesn't.
No, it does
yeah, it
not.
does literally
No, it does
does.
not.
It literally
It
does
does
not.
not mean
not.
transition.
So what do you mean
I
transportation?
have done zero negative. I have done negative medical intervention. I'm still trans.
Okay, so you in your mind, you don't think that you're something that that doesn't align with your way you're born.
I have an incongruence with my gender assigned at birth.
So do you socially present or speak about yourself as a female or a male or
Nope.
whatever?
Nope. Neither.
Non-binary.
So what makes you
I'm
trans?
non-binary. I'm
what
an
makes you
experience.
So that's not being trans then. You don't know what trans
It
is.
sure is. You don't get to
It
gatekeep
is.
that. Hey, Kiki, am I trans?
I'm not gatekeeping anything, and it doesn't matter what anyone says. That's not the
Yes.
definition of what trans is.
I'm
Geeky,
gonna ask another trans person. Hey, Kiki, am I trans?
I don't care
yes.
if they accept me into their society or our
Thank
community. It
you.
doesn't make you trans. I'm sorry. You can say whatever you want. It doesn't make you
Let me put it this way. If something is being shipped from New York to Los Angeles and
Are
they
we
have
talking
to
about
make us
transportation or transitions?
Just listen to what they're
just
saying. They're
listen,
giving you an analogy.
I'm giving you an analogies, but if they have to transport something from New York to LA and they stop in Chicago and that is their end destination, did they still transport whatever they were,
Are we
even though
talking
it's
about
not the final destination?
Are we talking about transportation or transitioning? Because trans
So
is short
It's
for
an
trans.
analogy.
So let me explain it to you this way. All right.
No,
So
I don't even
cisgender means
understand it.
aligns with, that it aligns with your sex assigned at birth. The prefix trans means across or the opposite
Yeah,
or
it's
different.
transition.
So it doesn't mean transition. No, you don't have to transition.
Google it and put it on
you,
screen.
oh my God.
Yeah, you don't have to physically transition, but even if you mentally or socially transition, that's what that would mean. So essentially, you're born a male and you align with the things that people associate with females, i.e., women. So you present or think of yourself in such a way. So it doesn't mean that you necessarily need surgical intervention, but if you socially or mentally
So
align
what
with
am I?
that, that's
I'm not aligned with either. What am I?
it's a subjective thing, not objective. That's what I'm arguing. So you'd have to tell me.
Interesting. So since it's subjective, you have no right to gatekeep any of it. You have
I'm
no
making
right
a
to gatekeep
I'm not
any of it.
gatekeeping. Gatekeeping is withholding something from people. I'm not withholding
Yeah,
it from you.
you're withholding my trans identity from me by
No,
saying that
I'm
I'm not
telling you.
trans.
I'm
Yes,
telling you
you
that it
are.
doesn't align with the definition of what trans is. Is what I'm saying.
You're
It doesn't.
incorrect. You're incorrect.
You can say that until the cows come on. It doesn't make me wrong. Yeah, if we're talking about transhood in general, that's a subjective standpoint. Like depends on what you think that you are, but objectively, I'm saying I'm making the claim that there's male, female, man, woman, and they're one and the same. I don't think you can have man and not have the idea of male, and vice versa, mutatis mutandis. And
Is
so,
is sex binary?
yeah, even with the
So
intersex
intersex people,
It's not.
don't
Sex is not binary.
intersex people don't exist?
So what is an intersex? Do you know what intersex means?
Yes, it's somebody who has chromosomes that don't match up with XXXY. They have
No,
a
that's not the
genetic
definition.
anomaly.
No. So yes, and it's a genetic anomaly, but it's not necessarily chromosomes. You can have something called blood chimerism. That's a chromosomal deficiency or issue, and that's technically intersex position. But you can also have things that are not necessarily
Say
having to do
that
with your
again.
chromosomes
You
that
can
make
have what?
you can have blood chimerism, and that's something that has to do with your chromosomes. But not all intersex conditions necessarily have to do with your chromosomes. However, the definition of one sex versus the
So
other
what's an
is the
intersex
denotion.
condition that
I,
doesn't have to do with chromosomes?
I got you. Give me 1 second. So, when you have a male and female, the way we differentiate between the sexes is being of the nature denoting to creation or production of the large or small gamete. Females produce the large, the eggs, and then males produce the small, which is the sperm. You don't necessarily have to
Okay.
have that functioning as long as you're of the nature to do it. You can be quote unquote defective, even if you don't want to use that word, and still technically be part of that group.
What
So
about somebody that is complete androgen insensitivity syndrome and does not produce large or small gametes?
again, remember what I said, you don't necessarily have to have that functioning. You can be of the nature. There are several things that make you of the nature.
So
Usually
you're
when we
saying that there's
categorize,
social constructs.
Oh,
no, I'm not saying that
now
at
we've
all.
gone into
I'm saying that there are multiple boxes that you tick when you're a part of a certain group. Like if we say birds, do birds have feathers? Most of them do. What about cats? Do cats have fur? Most of them do, but there are cats without fur. It doesn't make them not a cat, right? And so, how about cats meow? Cats have fangs, have canines. They have a certain, structure to their body.
Sean, what would you like to add to the conversation?
You can miss one or two and still be in that category. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Sean, what would you like to add to the
something
conversation?
something was interesting to me. Uh, I heard someone say you can't have the concept of male without man.
That was me.
Okay, like so you think like male dogs are men?
Male dogs are male dogs. I think there's a word for it. However, female dogs, we call them bitches, right? And then male horses, we call
But
them
but you can
stallions.
but are they men? That was the
Uh,
question.
in a sense, yeah, in the same sense that we're denoting to a certain like
So you
particular
don't know
set
what
of
the
traits.
definition of man is. So that just definitionally doesn't align with the word man. So you're
The
just contradicting
Human
definition,
yourself
is
about
kind of a
definition.
qualifying fucking factor.
the
Literally this.
definition,
Like a
hold on,
necessary
the
and sufficient
definition,
condition of being a man is
gotcha.
being a human. But look, I just want to ask this question. Let's talk
Can
about
I
humans
respond to
too.
anything that you said?
No, because you're incorrect. You
No,
did
wait.
respond and you were incorrect.
You can't say something and then not let me respond to it. That's not how a
Yeah,
debate or an
yeah, I
argument
can
works.
because when you
How
said
you
These
something
can't?
that
aren't
was
debates.
incorrect,
We don't do debates
if I
here.
go,
That's not how
even
a
if it
conversation works.
even if it were, if I go, hey, what's 2 plus 2, and you go 20, I don't need to hear the rest. Like this,
That's
I
not
can
what I
stop you
did.
right there. That's
That's
literally
not
what you
yes
did. That
or
is what you
no.
did. Wait,
It's
what's the
not.
definition of man?
Yeah, it's going to be an adult human male.
Okay, excellent. Is an adult human male a dog?
No, but when you're
Oh,
saying
okay,
man in
excellent.
the
So then
sense
when
that
you
you're
said a dog
saying,
can be
so
a man, so then when you
hold
said
on.
a dog can be a man, then you were incorrect,
So,
correct?
so in context,
Wait,
if
when
I
you
say
said don't no, I don't care
No, no,
about the
no, no.
hostage
You're not
negotiation.
gonna. Yeah, you're not gonna do that.
I'm not going to use common language,
You're not
No.
gonna about
If somebody
dogs?
asked you if a male dog was a man because you said because of what you said and you said yes. You said yes. Like I just want to be clear on that. You said yes.
I said in the sense.
In what fucking
That means
sense?
yes.
A
In the
qualifying
sense,
factor is being a
trying to
human being.
explain it to you, buddy. I'm trying to
We
explain it
don't
to
need
you.
you to explain it. It was a dumbass
Okay.
answer. Go ahead and
You're
Sean
literally
and say what
asking
you
me a
wanted to
question.
say.
So how are you going to ask me a
And it
question
was
and not
asked
give
and
an
answered.
answer?
Asked and answered.
It wasn't an answer. What did I say
I
is
just
wrong?
Asked and
explained this
answered.
to you. I just
And what did I
explained this to
answer?
you. If I ask a question and there's a correct answer and an incorrect answer, and you start to say the incorrect answer or
Yeah.
an
So
incorrect
you're
answer,
talking
I can
about
stop you right
denoting
there.
to the
So
things
so
that
now we're
males
just
typically do,
so now
and
you're just coping.
that's what I'm saying. If you're
Let
So now we're
somebody
saying,
just
else
coping.
hey,
talk, my guy. Shut up.
First
Shut
it was
up.
all
Let
about
someone else talk. Go ahead,
like
Sean.
first it was all about yeah, first it was all about definitions, and now it's not about definitions, now it's about feels. That's crazy to me. But I
what makes
just
it about
like
feelings?
it is because you just said dog
Sean, just
you
ignore
just
him
said
and say
male
what you want to
dogs are
say,
men.
honey. Just ignore him and say what you want to
Yeah.
say.
If you don't want to go on this point, then make your own
I
point
want
because you're not even letting me respond to it. So make your own point. What's your point?
You
Tell
you
me your.
responded to it already. You were incorrect. Male
We're
dogs are
having a
not men.
conversation. So you open up a
Listen, we are
dialogue.
having, yes, absolutely, 100%. Cook talk. We
So
are having a conversation, and you said something incorrect in the conversation. I'm tracking here. I don't know what you're not tracking. This is very simple. I asked you a question. You got the question wrong. There was a correct answer and a bunch of incorrect answers. You said one of the incorrect answers, and
No,
so
no, no.
now I'm
You're trying
correcting
to
you.
open up a dialogue and close.
There's no
It
opening up
suits you the
dialogue.
best. Yeah, you
No,
open
it's
up a
not.
dialogue
You
by
said
asking me a
male
question.
dogs are men. There's
Okay,
no
so
there's no opening up dialogue
allow
for
me to
anything.
respond to what you're
No,
saying.
you did already.
So I'm saying that
Oh
in
my
the sense
god.
that you would say, hey, a man would fit the typicalities associated with male, the same way
Wrong.
a dog who is a male, whatever the word would be for a male dog, which is synonymous with man, it would fit the typicalities of the male dog. So in that sense, it's synonymous, is what I'm trying to say.
It's not synonymous. You're
Why is that not?
incorrect there.
Wait, why is it not like
Because both
synonymous
of them
like
are so
man or
because it's
bull?
a social construct for humans, man is. It
Why? Why is it a social
definitionally doesn't
construct?
mean dog. You literally said that dogs are not men.
Who said it's a
So there's
social
no in
construct?
no sense. You're just
Why
listen,
is it a
listen. This
social
is what you do.
construct?
All right, cool. This is what you do. When you get something incorrect, you realize you're cooked, you start to pretend as if you can just
No, you didn't let
pretend.
me
Yeah,
finish what
no,
I was
I did
saying.
let you finish.
So
I just
how can
let
I
you
be
finish.
correct? How
I
can I
just let
be
you
correct or
Sean,
finish.
incorrect?
Sean, let him be a big baby bitch and let him say what he wants to say.
Thank
Because
you. I
apparently
would really like to be a big
he's
baby bitch.
not capable of having a conversation and letting anybody else talk. What is it that you need to say? Everybody's gonna sit here and listen to you
Thank
intently. Go.
you.
You have 30 seconds. Go.
Yeah. You can't ask me something and then get halfway through what I'm saying and then say I've answered it. What I said in the sense, yeah, when you associate man with the typicalities of a male, then yes, yeah, whatever like a bull for a male cow, right? That would be like all the things that you would say typically a male cow would do. You would say, yeah, that's a bull. Is that or that female cow, the sow or the heifer or whatever, is acting like a bull. And so that's in the sense that I'm saying. So it may not be the same word, but in the same sense, yes, it would be acting like the male version of that species. And so when you're talking about, uh,
Time's up. You wasted your
it's
whole
so
30
distracting.
seconds on fucking nothing.
I
That was
didn't
your
I didn't
30
waste it at
seconds.
all. I explained myself
That
pretty.
was your 30 seconds.
That's
You
so
didn't explain
distracting.
anything. Shut
All
up.
right, awesome. I'm gonna ask this quick question. Hey, Amanda, how do you know when something's acting like something else?
What do you mean?
You'd have to know.
There are
You'd have to
things.
I'm
know.
asking the host. I'm asking the
You'd
host.
you'd have to know how to define both of those things to start.
Mhm.
That's true. But it is also declared on what we determine what acting like those things are.
How do you determine something
Hold on,
versus observe
I'm
it?
asking the host. I'm
Like you,
asking the
for
host.
example. Like as an example, Cook Talk is acting like a jackass.
Okay, and a
Why do we
jackass
say
is
that?
not like an
Shush!
objective thing. It's not a
I'm in
biological
the
term.
middle of fucking talking. If you open your mouth again while someone else is talking, I will kick you. Act like a fucking adult. So when we say that, we know that is used as an analogy because jackasses or mules are fucking stubborn. And you are being a jackass. You're being fucking stubborn.
That's not the same thing.
No, it is. But I just
That's a
real quick, Amanda.
colloquialism
Let
or an
me. I'm
idiom
gonna ask the host something because we let you.
created
I
by
let you say
religion.
your whole thing. I let you say your whole thing. I
I'm
let you
about
say
done
that.
with him. I'm
I
about
let
done
you
with
say
him.
that. Yeah, I let you say that male dogs were men. I
Yeah,
let you say. I let you say that male cows,
that's
quote
what I
unquote,
said.
even though it's actually bovine.
That's
Like I
not what I
let you say
said.
that male cows were also men. I let you pretend as if like that fit any of the definition. Being not a necessary and sufficient condition into being man. When it comes to what society deems it as. And you even said that you're acting like a thing, which we would only know that you're acting like it based upon like our social interactions with those things, which would make it a societal construct, which is literally why I said, so you're just saying it's a social construct. And you said, no, I'm not saying it's a social construct. I'm saying that we would know if you're acting like it based on if you're doing certain things that we associate with it, which is literally the definition of social construct.
Why would you
But I just,
associate something?
the reason, listen, look, because it's a social construct. That's how
No,
we've socialized to
what
see
makes
it.
you
That's how
associate
we've been
something?
socialized to see it. That's how we've been socialized to see it. But listen,
That's not what I'm asking.
now you did just ask me that.
No,
You
no,
said,
pay
why would
attention
you
to what I'm
associate
asking you.
something?
I'm asking why would you associate? Like for example, if I say you're acting like a
He knows he's
guy,
cooked.
then what are you saying? What am I acting like?
they sent a galaxy to kick you.
You're acting like
Bye.
with society.
They sent the galaxy to kick him. He's got to go.
Fair enough. Just saying, you're acting like
He hasn't.
with society being just. Go ahead.
Exactly. Like you have to. Oh my god. Even trying to explain this stuff to him from like a historical context, he's like, they only talked about male and female. No, the fuck they didn't. Everybody W Ricky in the chat, by the way. Like we tried to give him examples.
Ricky, I love you.
We tried to give him examples, and he's like, but that doesn't. Like, bro, please just shut the fuck up. Like he had no ability to shut up. If you're calling from YouTube, you may call back in. I will turn the phone line back on. I typically do not answer the phone when we're in the middle of a conversation because it's rude. So if you are calling from the number that ends in 42, you can call back in now. I will answer the line for you.
You got called by the life, life, the universe, and everything. Holy fuck! That's amazing.
The shit was like obnoxious. He just likes to hear himself talk.
It's actually very funny. I'm gonna hop on down, but I appreciate you having me up.
Of course, you're welcome anytime. You know that.
Bye, boo.
Thanks for calling. Please tell me your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Xavier from New York.
Okay. And are you over 18 years of age?
33.
Okay. What would you like to add to the conversation?
No, I was just listening to, I was just going through the channels, but I heard a little bit from one gentleman to another gentleman. I guess you're the middle person. You're the person that
I'm the host.
that brings the peace or something like that. But I understand both of their sides. It's very confusing, the world that we live in, and the only thing that I say to everybody, it doesn't matter who the fuck you are, what do you do behind closed doors, just keep it to yourself, you know? You don't have to fucking just go back and forth and, you know, and celebrate or cheer what you do behind closed doors. It doesn't fucking matter. And that's my saying, and I understand both of their ends. I understand both. That's all.
Okay.
That's all I want to say.
Okay. Have a good night. The other person that was trying to call in from 973, you can call back.
He's like, hey, stay in the closet. We don't want to see you.
Right. Like, gay people shouldn't be able to walk down the streets holding their partner's hand. They shouldn't be able to express affection in public. Like, it's weird because we accept these things as normal, quote unquote, when we're talking about heterosexual people. But if they're anything other than heterosexual, then it's keep that shit to yourself.
I wanted to ask him if he was married, because does he wear a wedding ring out in public? Because
keep it to yourself.
Keep it to yourself, because you don't want to do those things in public.
You gave your wife a peck at the altar? Keep it to yourself. In the Lord's house, no less? Keep it to yourself. I'm going to make a quick little proposition. If we can get Amanda up to 50K, I will reveal the shirt.
Oh, that's right. You got the shirt today. 50K likes.
I sure fucking did.
Tap.
Sure fucking did.
Tab it up.
Tap the screen, homos. You fucking homosexuals, tap the screen. Show me how your fingers move.
I don't even know what that means, infantryman. Infantryman said I have a California face. What the fuck does that mean?
That means you're golden, baby.
Sir, we've already heard what you have to say. Please stop calling. Please stop calling. We've already heard what you had to say. We allowed you to contribute to the conversation. You don't need to keep calling. Thank you. What's on my ear? My headphones? So I can hear? I have wireless headphones. I have to go over to YouTube and fucking block somebody because y'all don't know how to fucking behave yourselves.
children. One of the things, so Kiki and I have the same computer at home, and like we commiserate over the fact that our Bluetooth sucks connecting to the damn computer. I don't know what it is.
Oh, it's such a pain in the ass. It's such a pain in the ass. Mine does it every once in a while, too. Not the Danny DeVito voice.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. Why is it when they feel as though they are losing, they try to insult you by calling you a bitch? That's disrespectful. I don't know why they do it, Kevin. They just get all hysterical and they don't know how to use their big boy words and they're just like, you're a bitch.
You know what I learned today that really pissed me off, because I don't know what it was about what you just said. It reminded me of this. Kevin O'Leary is half Syrian.
Is he?
He's Middle Eastern, and I hate it.
Kevin
Way
O'Leary's
to
a
make
dick.
us all look bad, O'Leary.
So I guess I have to block this guy because I told him not to call back. Jeez Louise.
Gentlemen,
You already had your
here's
time
a-
to shine. No more.
No is a
Mark
whole
as
sentence.
spam. I marked it as spam. Worst case scenario, I'll block it. I don't have a Discord link, sweetheart. It's just, you just call in on the Google Voice line. It's 407-494-4348. You think I'm insane? That's a fair assessment.
So does my therapist.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I don't have a Discord. I don't have a Discord. I don't have one. Brrrah! Thanks, Jumbo. Appreciate it. You guys are at 32K. You're tapping your little lives away, and I love that for you. Tabby. Right, how can we not be insane at this point? Like, look at the fucking world we're living in. Also, can we just... I saw a beautiful article today, and I sent it to my friend because they didn't believe me, but Taco strikes again. Did you guys hear about what was going on with the slush fund? Donald Trump seems to be backing away from that and says that he's going to abandon it. Where's the article from Axios? I saw
Oh,
it
so
on
he can
Twitter
just keep it
first.
himself?
I don't know what he's gonna do with it.
Well,
What
I
is
know
this
that the
about?
courts are trying to find out if this was even legal, which doesn't sound like it. You can't sue yourself and then settle.
Mm-hmm. I agree. It doesn't say what he plans to do with it. It just says that he last month they reached a settlement in which Trump dropped the lawsuit in exchange for a $1.776 billion anti-weaponization fund for government abuse, claims his administration to use with virtually no oversight. Yeah, it just says that he plans to drop the controversial weaponization fund that he sought to compensate alleged victims of prosecutorial misconduct under the Biden administration, two senior administration officials told Axios. It's dead for now, one of the sources said. That made me happy, because fuck those guys. Oh my God, there's this old man who's like stalking me on Instagram and Threads, and he just said that, how can I find a girlfriend like you? He's old man too. He's a fucking old man. What? Y'all, stop being weird. Stop being weird. Wait, what is this saying? Did this just say my card balance was $4,000? Oh no, that's not what it said. Whew. Whew. I was like, what? I didn't spend any fucking money on this credit card. Waiting for the guest to load. Do you guys see it? Just buffering.
We see him.
Oh, okay. Hello. How are you this evening?
Hello. Good afternoon.
You don't have
Great. How you
reception,
doing,
Ken.
ma'am?
I'm fine, thank you. Do you support the Republicans?
I don't.
You don't support the
I am a
Republicans?
privileged Republican.
Yeah, you have really shitty reception, my guy. I can't hear you at all. Yeah. You're gonna have to try to re-request, friend. You don't have service. You're just breaking up. If you were born back in 89, you old as fuck. Damn. The number's on the screen. It's literally right there. 407 494 4348 is big on screen. It's on screen. Can you see it better now? It's in the middle right there for you. See it? Now it's at the bottom. You know, music is cool. That motherfucker also has my favorite ballpoint pen. And if you see him, you let him know. I want my fucking ballpoint pen back. I know this makes no sense to you on TikTok.
If you take my good pens, it's on site. If you take my favorite pen, it's on site.
They're just talking gibberish over on YouTube. So Will says, I support the Republicans because the Dems will never even try to outlaw the murder of the youngest among us. Infanticide is murder. It's illegal.
And the Republicans keep trying to push for less gun reform.
Right.
And they want to do away with programs that help feed the youngest among us.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for calling the stream. Please tell me your name and where you are calling from.
Wait, what? Am I actually connected to you?
You are.
That's so cool. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing awesome right now.
What's up?
I just wanted to have a normal conversation with you.
Okay. Do you support the Republicans?
Ooh, that's a tricky question, but sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Okay. And what about it, the Republicans is it that you support?
So, I'm kind of like a more independent, I guess you would say.
Okay. Who did you vote for in the last presidential election?
I voted for Trump.
Why
Do I
did you
regret
vote for
it? Do I regret it? Maybe.
Okay. Why did you vote for Trump?
Because he seems like the better option.
Based on what?
What do you mean?
What made him seem like the better option?
Versus Kamala?
Correct. Why was he the better option in your opinion?
Dude, like, why wasn't he the better option? So when we knew, like, all the things we knew.
His xenophobia, his racism. We can start there.
I mean,
we can start with his being a convicted felon. We can talk about him not fucking... God. He's a rapist. Like, there's so many different
3,500 mentions. 3,500 mentions
like,
in the Epstein files.
When you saw, like, Kamala, like, drunk literally on stage, like, who's gonna run the country
When
better?
was Kamala drunk on stage?
Was it a couple times where she, like, slurred her words, for sure.
And that, to you, indicates that she's intoxicated.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, well, if you can give me an example of when she was drunk on stage, I'd be more than happy to look up the video and we can make an assessment based on that. Lou, I'm not showing you my asshole. Stop asking.
What the fuck?
There's a fucking guy on YouTube, Lou's asshole is what his username is, and he just keeps saying, "Show us your asshole."
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, trolls are gonna be trolling.
Yep. So, is there a specific instance? Is there like a rally? Is there something that happened that we could look at to be like, oh, maybe she was intoxicated?
Dude, there was like a couple times where she was just like not making sense at all, and I was just like, bro, come on, like hand the stage over to Bernie. Bernie got robbed.
Oh, he's a
Can
Bernie.
can we agree on that at least?
I wouldn't disagree.
Did Bernie get robbed?
I would have loved to have seen Bernie be the candidate.
Right?
But we're talking about 2024.
Right.
So,
Wait,
how did you go from a
who am I
Bernie bro
speaking
all the
to?
way to Trump? You're talking to the person whose face is huge on your screen with the
Really?
rainbow hair. Yes. Hi. Do you think you were talking to like an avatar or something?
In whatever way, but like you are very pretty.
Okay, thanks.
I
But
didn't even
we're
realize
talking
you had
about
rainbow hair.
politics right now. I do. It's not permanent. It's for Pride. Happy Pride.
I was born in June, so I was born in Pride Month.
Cool. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
How old are you? You said you were 33?
33? No,
How old did you say you were?
I thought I was 23.
Oh, 23. You're like
Wait, what?
you're
Why
old
do you
enough
think?
to be my child,
Why do you,
sir. So
why
if
do you
you'd like
think
to talk about
33?
politics, I don't know. But if
Do I sound
if you want to
unk
talk
to
about
you?
politics, what?
Okay,
No, you sound
so
very young. That's why I was asking how old you were. Just
My
to
child
clarify.
is older than
But
him.
this is a conversation about politics. I don't really want to
yo,
talk about what I look like or anything like that. We're having a conversation about supporting the Republicans.
can the other people hear me in chat too?
Everybody can hear you on
No, I
Twitch,
mean like
YouTube,
your the
everybody.
mods
The
and
people,
stuff.
everybody. Anybody who is currently engaging in this stream, which would be Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok, can all hear you.
Can
It's about
can you
200 and something
introduce me
people.
to
You
the
can
girl and the guy? Cause I'm
introduce you to
super
what
new.
girl and what guy?
Aren't there like two other people on the call?
Not a guy.
Non-binary person
Or there's like
and a woman.
a
Yeah, that's
a
Geeky
nine.
and Kiara. That's who's there. They've been hearing you the whole time.
How do you say their names?
Geeky and Kiara.
Geeky
Yes.
and
Or as
Kiara.
Bip calls me, geeks.
Yeah.
Geeky and Kiara.
Yep, that's their names.
Nice to meet you, Geeky and Kiara.
Do you
I'm
want
gonna
to talk
tell you
about
this.
politics
It's weird.
or
We can talk politics. What I really want to
that's
talk is financials.
why do you want to talk about financials?
So, I believe, in my opinion, that we, the upper 1% has us all divided on these nonsense issues, right? And they are laughing their way to the bank.
I don't disagree.
Hmm?
I don't disagree, but that's what happens when you vote for Republicans.
So that could be it, or whoever's in power could say that's what happens when you vote for a Democrat, right? Like, it
Well, we
doesn't
have data
matter.
on that, though, friend. We have data on the economy, how the economy performs, and the national deficit. Like, we have that data. We also have the data on taxes. We also have the data on how many millionaires and billionaires we had at a given time period and what policies impacted their
But they
wealth.
just
Like,
move their
we have all
money
that
around, right, at a
information.
certain point. Like, they just move their money to Switzerland. It doesn't even matter to them. They're laughing at us right now.
Go ahead, Geeky.
Please inform me.
So, one of the things that always bothers me as a hardcore left wing communist bastard, as one of those filthy
Mm-hmm.
red bloods, It always bothers me when people suddenly get class consciousness when presented with facts of other forms of oppression.
What
Oh
does that
no, it's
mean?
not all men, it's just rich men. Oh no, it's not the Republicans, it's just the billionaires. Trump's a billionaire, dude. He got himself $6
Explain that
billion
to me then.
richer during this. I'm
Because
literally
you
explaining
sound
it.
super intelligent. So explain that to me.
You know, I'm gonna be polite. I really am. I'm not gonna be rude. I'm gonna be polite. Find it.
They're
Find
finding
it.
it. They're finding it. Did it take you that long to
Okay,
find
that
it?
girl, yes. So when we talk about class consciousness, yes, of course, there's always the top fucking the down. That's always how it goes. The
Right.
downtrodden are always
Exactly.
the only thing
That's
trickling down is
my
piss.
issue.
You voted
That
for
is
the
my issue.
piss. You voted for the dude pissing on us. You voted for the dude
Right.
pissing on us. You voted for the dude who's pissing on us. That's what happened.
So if there's only
And
two candidates, though,
there weren't two
aren't they
candidates. There were
going
more
to
than
be
two
both?
candidates. And honestly, where did you vote out of?
I think Bernie got fucked. Or wait,
Where did you vote
I'm
out
gonna
of?
All
restrain.
right. I'm done.
California.
I'm done. Have a good
California.
night. Have a good night.
Wait,
That was
He doesn't
that was
want to
so-
stay
that
on
was bad.
topic. He just wanted to flirt with me, and I'm not interested.
Well, and he wants to talk about Bernie, who Bernie didn't even run in 2024.
No. I tried, y'all. I tried.
You gave it the good old college try. And he was in college, more likely.
Right. Lord help us. Thanks for calling the stream. Please tell me your name and where you're calling from.
Hi, my name is Benito. I'm calling from Seattle.
All right. What would you like to add to the conversation, Benito?
I wanted to say I'm a Black American.
Mm-hmm.
I'm currently live in Seattle, but I'm from Georgia originally.
Okay.
I did not vote in this past election. I felt like we were betrayed by the Democratic Party because they chose the absolute worst person to run against Trump. I think that a lot of people on both sides benefit from Trump being in office. And
Nobody has benefited from Trump being in office except for rich people.
well, you know, he's a very galvanizing person. So, like, I would say some, you know, CNN benefit, even though they lean to the left, they benefit from Trump because they have him in their 24-hour news cycle. Same thing with the other news networks. You talk about philanthropists and people who are anti-Trump get more donation. You know, you never solve the problem with the money. You always make sure the problem continues so the money keeps flowing. So, you know, I think everybody was lining their own pockets when it came to this particular election. I have a gripe with the Democratic Party, specifically Clyburn. I'm from Georgia, but I grew up in Savannah, which is right across the bridge from
I know I used
Clyburn's
to live in
district.
Savannah. Hold on, real quick.
Yeah.
Hold on, real quick, sweetheart.
Uh-huh.
228-223-3980. Stop calling the stream and stop texting me about your asshole. If you think I won't read your call in line at fucking 4 in the morning sometimes, so good luck to you, Mr. 228-223-3980.
You got it would be terrible, you guys. It would be so bad if suddenly that number got spammed with people's assholes. It would be so like imagine
Send
how
them
terrible.
all the pictures of cats' buttholes. He's calling again. Anyway, Go ahead. I apologize for interrupting.
No, it's no problem. I understand what's going on, and I understand that it's difficult to have adult conversations, on some of these platforms. So I understand, but I was talking about Clyburn, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Are you all familiar with Clyburn and how his contribution to making Kamala the candidate for this election? You remember he made sure that she wasn't passed over when they were talking about Biden stepping down after that debate. It was Clyburn who is probably the most powerful Democratic congressperson. He's been in power for I think maybe 40 plus years, and he thinks he's going to pass. He's about to retire now. I think he's going to try to pass down his seat to his daughter, which is crazy because, like I said, I'm from the area that his district. Throughout his tenure, that particular area is still the poorest district in the whole United States, and he's the most powerful Democrat, the most powerful Black Democrat male. On top of that, I think we keep falling for picking sides on these Democrat versus Republican thing. Of course, both sides I have my issues with both sides, which is why I sat out this election with a lot of collection of Blacks who were fed up because we weren't being represented. Especially, Kamala made it clear that she doesn't have any kind of connection to the Black community, and she wouldn't lean in our direction, or make any promises before election to Black people, which is crazy. So I'm curious to what you think about what I've said so far. Maybe I should stop there.
Wait,
Go ahead.
I'm just curious. If she has no connection to the Black community, why did she graduate summa cum laude from Howard University?
Have you been to Howard University? Have you seen Howard's campus?
Is it not a historically Black college
It
and
very
university?
much
Is it not an HBCU?
by name only. It's not occupied by historically Black students anymore. There's some that they're the majority there, but I would question if you've been to the campus, because you would see it's not as historically Black as you think it is.
What year did she what year did she graduate, caller? What year did she graduate?
I'm sure that's
because it may not be anymore. Sure. But when she graduated in the early, was it 80s? When she graduated from Howard in the 80s.
I'm not sure.
I'm saying she's got a deep connection with the community, and I'm not really one to police that.
Sorry.
But
she graduated in 1986.
1986. See, man, my math was real close. She graduated in 1986, and in 1986, Howard was a majority Black school. She graduated summa cum laude, top of her class.
I think that's commendable, but that doesn't give you the connection to the Black community because you went to a Black college. Come on.
Her name is Kamala.
The black.
It's not Kamala. It's Kamala.
Okay, Kamala. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to intentionally mispronounce her name. But
and just so you know, it is still a majority Black college.
It's majority Black. No, I'm not knocking that. But when you say Black, are you saying Black American? Are you saying African immigrants? Are you counting the other immigrant classes that go to that school as well? It's not.
So it's Black, African American. These are the data that Howard released. Okay, this is their demographics of their student body population. Black and African Americans. It's not, because you're saying how is she connected to the Black community? How is she not connected to the Black community? Why are you trying to question her Blackness? That's weird.
I want to say something. The Black community, we're known for our discernment with people, especially the people that try to represent us.
You voted for Trump.
Red flag.
You voted for Trump.
No, I didn't vote at all. But one red flag we got from Kamala was that her talking about washing greens in the bathtub. If you know anything about black people, that turned half of her supposed demographic off right there. She gets Meg the Stallion to twerk at the Atlanta rally. Like, what kind of? Come on now. We're talking about serious black people, and you're going to bring Meg the Stallion up as a what kind of connection to black people is that? That's like
What are you
you're
what are
talking
you
to the worst
talking
of it.
about? Not only is
What?
Meg the Stallion a black person, she's deeply rooted in something that black people created. I don't like hip hop. Did you know that? Rap. Did you know that? Like that her literal, like, what the fuck? DRC is going to speak on this because I am not going to speak over or for black people. DRC, what would you
Right.
like to add to this?
So he mentioned the bathtub thing. She wasn't talking about a bathtub. Let's start there. She was talking about a tin tub that my aunts and my mom used to wash collard greens since for as long as I can remember. That's one.
I think she
We're gonna
actually
get that
said
out
the
the way.
word
A tub
bathtub.
is not a bathtub.
I think
No,
she
because I
actually
know
said
that's
the
where you
word
were going
bathtub.
with that.
I think she actually said the word bathtub.
A
But
bathtub. Do you know that do you know what it looks like? What a tub looks like?
in the black community, what is a black bathtub, ma'am? In the black community, as a black person, when somebody says "go get your ass in the bathtub," what does that mean?
That means if you're not sure what it is, you go Google it and you find out exactly what somebody means. She meant
No.
a bathtub, a tub, a tin
Come on
tub.
now.
But anyway, I'm not
As
going through this. I'm not doing this with you because
black people,
you're claiming that she never identified with being black.
I
I
didn't say that.
honestly don't know where you got. Yes, you did. You
I
said
didn't
she
say that.
separated herself from it.
You did say that.
I did.
You did say
I did
that.
not say she separated herself. I said she does. We as black people were turned off by her comments. Number one, on the Breakfast Club, saying that she's not going to do anything just for black people. Number two, the bathtub thing, the Meg the Stallion thing, her going on Roland Martin, getting them softball questions, not addressing black people. If the number one platform you're going to speak to the grassroots of black people be Roland Martin, and you go on there and you don't talk about anything at all. I'm not saying Trump was a better person, but I think it was purposely done that she was chosen as a candidate because she was the worst. It was
She
much
was not the
more.
worst. She was one of the
Okay.
most qualified presidential candidates we've ever seen.
Literally.
She was qualified. I give you that. Being a vice president, being a former attorney general, whatever she was in California, she was very qualified. But qualifications don't get you in the White House. If it did, we wouldn't have Trump in there. He's never held a damn office anywhere. It's not about qualifications.
So what is your argument? Because you're rolling back on everything that you said.
Literally.
I'm rolling
By
back
you
on.
abstaining
I
from
said
voting, by
she
you
was.
abstaining from voting, you let a racist man,
Mm-hmm.
man. Well, you may not be appeased
In
by the
Georgia, it
things that
wasn't
Kamala
Georgia.
stop. But I've lived in Georgia. I am well aware of the climate in Georgia. I had someone call my children the C word. It's a fantastic fucking place. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
moving on. Just because you voted for a man who's a literal racist, like an actual racist. I don't know if you
I didn't
remember
vote for
about
him.
the Central Park. I'm sorry, you didn't vote. But by not voting, you allowed a man who is an actual racist to get into the White House. So just because Kamala Harris didn't say things that appeased you personally, where many other people, black women especially, agreed to the things that Kamala Harris had to say, you contributed to this man being president.
Yeah.
Do you not understand that?
I definitely understand that, and that's the cost that we were willing to take to let the Democratic Party know that you have to talk to us and stop excluding us from your priorities. Your last tenure in the White House with Biden, he let millions of people over here from other countries and prioritize them over people living on the street that are
How did
American
he prioritize
citizens here.
other people? How did he prioritize
Did
them
you
over
not see
American citizens?
the millions of people they put up in these
How did he
hotels? And
prioritize them over American citizens?
he put them up in hotels, gave them food vouchers, all this stuff for
And how is
millions of
that?
people. Where
How
you
is
got,
that? Okay, I don't know how. I guess you don't know how appropriation works. How is that? How is that putting them above Americans?
Do you not see the billions of dollars that was spent on illegal immigrants who are not even citizens over the 4 years that Biden was president? What do you mean?
It's called humanitarian. Like
Okay,
treating
you can be
people like human
humanitarian
beings.
to a default.
And every time there is a policy that comes forward that helps people, Republicans shoot it down. As a matter of fact, what the fuck did they do in North Carolina the other day? North Carolina did some fuck shit yet again.
Sweetheart,
Republicans in North
I'm not
what?
I'm not here to defend the Republicans. I'm not here to defend the Republicans.
But
I'm
you
here
not
to give
voting.
criticism to the.
First of all, I'm not
I'm
your
here to give
sweetheart. Number
criticism
one.
to the Democratic Party. If they were talking to the black community, they would
That's
have a bigger black
what does it say
turnout.
above my head? What does it say above my head?
Why do you still support them? You asked me if I voted, and I told you I
Right.
did not.
And we're having a conversation about what Republican policies people support, and I've already asked you that. So that's
And
what
I
I
do
would like to
support-
talk about.
I do support the immigration part of their policy, and I do
Why?
the immigration.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Because we had an influx of millions of people come to this country. They were taking jobs from Americans. I know that sounds cliche, but that's actually what was happening. You see all these illegal immigrants getting pulled over with these CDLs that they didn't earn.
Okay, you're
They were
just
given.
you're just going off on a tangent. So what do you feel about the
sorry.
Emergency National Security Supplemental Appropriations Act? What do you think about that?
What do I think about it?
Mm.
Is that something that's been passed already, or what?
It has to do with immigration, and the Republicans shot it down. It was an immigration reform bill.
Okay. I'm not sure what that has to do with what I'm saying. What are you saying?
Because you
In
said
other words,
that
he can't answer
sup-
that.
Right.
I'm not here to defend the Republicans, ma'am. I'm telling you the reason I did not vote.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, dude! Like, which jobs did they take? Which jobs did they take? They haven't taken any. They haven't. I'm so tired of the ignorance. I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of it. And this whole Kamala, you know, she didn't do this, she didn't do that. Where were y'all when she has always claimed to be both Black and Indian? She pledged AKA. She went to Howard. I really wanted to know why he didn't vote for her. And I can say I think it's because of misogyny.
Misogynoir?
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, we got Gavin up here on the panel. Gavin, do you support the Republicans?
No, I don't.
Okay.
That dude's an idiot.
Thank you. Kiki, we're over 50K likes. They did it.
Oh, shit. All right, you guys.
I'm going to give you the big screen,
What-
okay?
Yep. In what is quite possibly the most serendipitous timing of all time. Quite literally, perfection.
We're ready. We're waiting. Your screen is black. Thank you for the confetti. I see it. Yeah, you're freezing, but we can see it. I love it. I love it. Just in time for Pride. He's so happy.
He's so cute. He's so smile. He's so happy.
A happy little frog. Just a happy little frog.
I love it.
Like one, the fabric, real nice. The happy little frog, Satan's frogs. He's so cute. I'm
glad
sorry,
you
I
like
love it
it.
so much. It's so cute.
I'm glad you like it. It's so cute. Thank you for sharing.
Look at his little face.
So that is a product of poking Smot on live stream and being like, I have an idea.
And then days of me going, Did you put it up yet? Is it up yet? Is it up yet? Amanda, is it up yet? And then her going, hey, Geeky, I put it up. And I was like, and I ran. I ran so far away to pay for this shirt.
Oh boy.
Good or bad news?
I just have to give somebody a taste of their own medicine. And then I'll tell you what it is.
Ooh.
I love this. The juice on Pride. Ooh.
On day one.
Period, girl. Did you guys see the news in Wisconsin?
The gays and the days, everything they want.
No, I haven't. What's going on?
So this guy got mad that the pride flag was put up in the Capitol in Wisconsin. And so he intentionally stole it from government property and tried setting it on fire. And people in the comments on Facebook, because the news posted it, they're trying to say that he was only arrested because he was trying to burn it. But they are forgetting the fact that he actually fucking stole government property.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you
they're
want to
not
know what
smart.
happened? Somebody from 608-377-6096 was sending me pictures of cats' buttholes, so I sent them a picture of a prolapsed dog's rectum and blocked them.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Also, I think I'm going to get bangs. I did it.
But you pulled off without it so well.
I did an AI edit, so don't be mad at me for using AI. All right, I did it. Sorry. Of bangs, I gave myself bangs. What do you think?
Just get a bang piece. Don't do bangs.
Don't do bangs. All right, let's see who's calling in. Hello, caller. Thanks for calling the stream. Can you please tell me your name and where you're calling from?
John, Denver.
Okay, John, where are you calling from?
Denver.
Oh, you're calling from Denver. I'm sorry. I thought you said your name was John Denver, like the singer.
I thought he said his name
right.
was John Denver.
Yeah. What how old are you?
23.
No, you're not. You're a child.
I felt like I was gonna get murdered for a second.
Me too. He was
Yeah,
like,
it felt very
my
white
name is
manish.
John. My name is John. I have a
And
man
they're
name.
breathing
I'm going to
into the
try and make
phone.
myself sound like a man.
It's going to be a long summer, you guys. The kids are out, I think.
The kids are
Yeah,
out.
unfortunately.
I know. Little
They're
trolls.
going to be playing on your phone.
I have a beard.
I'm a grown man with a beard. Teen takeover summer? God, I hope not. I prefer callers to be over the age of 21. At least close to having their frontal fucking lobe fully developed. The answer is no. Stop calling. Oh, Jesus Christ. Here we go. Thanks for calling the stream. Can you tell me your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, they call me Big Dog. I'm from the USA. What's good?
What state are you in and what is your name?
Yeah, I'm from the great state of Maine. They call me Big Dog.
What is your name? I'm not calling you that.
You could call me Jeremy.
Okay, I will call you Jeremy. Jeremy, what would you like to add to the conversation?
So is it still, why do you support the Republicans?
It is.
All right, so you want to hear my position on that, right?
Correct.
Is the black lady still on the panel?
Yes.
He sure is.
All right, what's the black girl's name?
My name is
Woman.
DRC.
Dior. You said Dior?
No, DRC.
Okay, so your name, Democratic Republican
Lord.
Convention.
DRC, not
Okay. Oh,
DRC.
DRC. So
Yeah.
DRC, I want to talk to DRC because
Okay, sure.
I
If
feel
the
like she's the black one on the panel, and we need to have a heart to heart. Is
okay.
that all
Speak.
right?
Speak.
Okay. So why do you still support the Democrats? Is my question.
Are you FBA, might I ask?
Absolutely.
You are FBA. Okay. Oh, Lord Jesus.
If
Okay.
you don't want to engage with them, I'll hang up.
No,
'Cause
it's
I
fine.
don't like it.
We'll go there. So I believe in harm reduction. And right now, the Republican Party are the ones who are committing the most harm. So I'm going to vote for the lesser of the two. I
Okay, I
mean, the
respect
lesser
that.
of the
Now,
two evils.
when you say harm reduction, are you saying specifically that the Democrats harm or their policies harm black people less than Republican policies?
Absolutely.
Okay, and can you just specify like maybe one way that's true?
How their policies harm us less?
Yeah, like
Well,
even just
I can
one
tell you right
policy.
now, that there's one party that thinks that my people, black people, are being harmed and that we are being oppressed a lot. And so they're Republicans. They don't believe that that's happening at all. So that's one reason why the Democrats are better
Okay,
than
I don't.
Republicans.
Okay, I respect that. I don't know if that's a policy, but I understand that you saying that's the sentiment of the Republican Party. I would just say, it's not very clear to me, but I support the Republicans just because of the simple fact that their principles are more in line with things that benefit black people more than what the Democrats have been pushing over the past, say, 8 to 12 years. So, for example, you should know as black people, one of the problems that we have is with the family, right, and our communities. And, just the promotion of degeneracy is not helping our communities. We need our families back. We need community back. This is something that has been falling apart. Everybody else has been making their way in this country. And over the past 12, 16 years, even under Obama, we didn't make any progress. We need our families back. We need marriage back. We need our communities back.
So
Democrats
let me
aren't pushing
guess.
that.
Let me guess. You are someone who's very concerned with what's in someone's pants and who they have in their beds. Am I wrong?
No, I think actually,
Then
when
what are
it
you talking
comes
about as far
to,
as family?
yeah, so for example, just the structure, like we have a severe issue. If we look at just in general, everything is a competition, everything is a market. We're already playing from behind. And I'm going to be real with you, DRC. I believe that you're actually playing for the other team. And I don't mean this as a personal attack, but you identifying as a black woman, but aligning yourself with the principles and ideals of a race of people that are already 25 steps ahead of you, it's not very smart, is my opinion.
Dude, as a black woman, I support the Democrats because they have consistently fought to restore the Voting Rights Act. Meanwhile, you have Republicans who are right now trying to take that away from us. And on top of that, there have been other Republican controlled states that cut early voting and closed polling places in majority black areas. Those are the things that the Republicans do to try to oppress us. And you're telling me that the Democrats are the ones that I'm a traitor or whatever, and you think I'm playing with this?
No, I wouldn't say
Are you
you're a
familiar with the
traitor.
Shelby County versus Holder Supreme Court ruling in 2013 that gutted
No, go
the
ahead. Tell me
Votes
about it.
Writing Act? Republican appointees did that, my friend.
All right, I'm gonna
I
be
see.
honest with you.
I tried to be nice. I was gonna be nice to you, But yeah,
Well,
I'm
I'm
not doing
sorry,
that anymore.
sweetheart. I apologize. You are speaking a
Please don't
little
call
bit
her
fast,
sweetheart. She has
and
a name.
DRC. I'm sorry. Uh, she's speaking a little bit fast, and I can't keep up with what she just said. Can she repeat one of her points, please?
Okay. I don't even remember the question.
Shelby versus
Okay.
Holder.
Shelby, yes, the Shelby
Okay.
versus Holder Supreme Court ruling.
I want to go
That was
into
something that gutted the Voting Rights Act pre-clearance.
Okay, I
And that
want to
was
go
done
more
by
into
conservative justices.
Hey, DRC, I have
Okay.
a question for you.
Yes.
Hang on, caller. So, DRC, what was that, like, incredibly recent, within the last 4 weeks, Supreme Court ruling that affected the way that people can draw their boundaries and their districts? What was that? What was that Supreme Court ruling? Oh gosh,
yeah.
it did
Are you
something
talking
very
about when they gerrymandered the hell out of these places? You talking about that?
Yeah, that's the one. The one where gerrymandered.
Yeah, where they took
100%
away the
legal.
black power, the power of the black vote. That's what the
Yeah, that's the one.
Republicans did. Absolutely.
Okay, can I
Absolutely.
interject in here, please?
Now,
If
hang
I
on
may?
just a second. Now, DRC, what lean is the Supreme Court right now?
You know, I, I wouldn't know that because he he doesn't think I'm that smart, so I probably don't know that.
Yeah, you definitely don't. That's something clearly that when you are able to pull case law out of thin fucking air, you know nothing about the legal field and about rights in this country. Very clearly not.
Absolutely nothing.
Now, allow me to assist, if I may. The last three. The last four. One of which has been liberal, the Honorable Ketanji Brown Jackson, and the others have been a rapist, a Christian fundamentalist, and then a woman who does not believe that she should be able to fucking vote for things as a constitutional traditionalist. Fun story, I actually dated her niece. Just a little side. Very gay relationship. I love that fact. But those three people, the rapist, the Christian fundamentalist, and then the woman who is so self-deprecating that she really doesn't want any women to vote, they were all appointed by Trump. Isn't that weird?
That's very weird.
Can I
And I
jump
think
back
he's
in here,
associated with the
please?
Republican Party. I believe so.
Am I allowed to speak?
Go ahead.
Okay, I would like to raise another point. So I heard you guys bring up. I think you were talking about like LGBTQism and things of that sort. And personally, as a black person, I felt a little bit disrespected. Well, actually, let me ask the question first. There seems to be like a new rendition of the LGBTQ plus flag, and it has like colors in it. Is that supposed to represent black people?
Say what now?
So,
No, that's not supposed to represent. Wait, hang on, because I do know the answer to this. Because there's now a brown and a black stripe in the flag.
Right.
Those are not to just honor the brown and black races, or that it's not to honor like black folk in general. It's to honor the sacrifices that black queer people made in order for us to get our rights in the first place. So when we talk about the brown and the black stripe, it's because Marsha P. Johnson threw the first brick, which started the Stonewall riots, which eventually led to us getting our rights, which is why we're celebrating Pride right now. Hang on. And the same goes for the brown activists that lost their lives fighting for our rights. There's a reason why those stripes are there, and it's because the brown and black queer communities didn't feel represented by the flag. So we made it more representative.
Okay.
Geeky,
Also,
you might have
did you
been
say
talking too fast,
LGBTQIA?
Geeky. You might have been talking too
Oh,
fast.
that was. Oh,
Yeah.
God. I really need to slow down.
Oh no, she's not
Darcy, I
talking
really
too
need to
fast.
slow
It's
down.
just, you know, when 3-4 people are
So
talking
how
at the
come
same
I
time,
wasn't
it's kind of
talking?
hard to hear
How
somebody.
come I wasn't talking too fast, but Darcy was?
Because you're two different people.
But I was speaking just as quickly as she was.
Oh, that's subjective.
No, I
But
think you
anyway,
weren't able to keep up with what I was saying because of the facts that I was giving you.
DRC,
Mm-hmm.
you couldn't even remember what you said to me out of, you know, with all due respect. But thank you. I'm not sure the name of the person that just answered my question, but thank you for answering my question. I really do appreciate it. So just to reiterate, you're saying that those stripes, don't necessarily represent black or brown people in general.
I don't want
Is
to talk
that
about this.
correct?
Can I ask you why you didn't vote for Kamala Harris?
Oh yeah, no problem. So initially, you know, I was on the Kamala train. I did have some buddies that, you know, staunchly disagreed with me. And you know, I just think all of the antics kind of, you know, so for example, the last black guy that called in that you guys kind of got angry at, he was making some, you know, really good points that the black community actually do agree with. And I know you guys don't like it, and I know you guys have DRC as, you know, yeah, I'm going to be respectful, but
Don't do that to her. Don't do that to her. Absolutely
legitimate
not. Don't do
points.
that to her. Do not do that to her. Don't be disrespectful to her. The amount of misogynoir that has happened since you got on this call is absolutely fucking astronomical. Do not do that to her.
Okay, DRC, I apologize to you, Queen. I'm
That's
sorry.
why
You
I
can
called
keep
out
it.
what I called out.
You can keep it. Go ahead and finish.
All right, I kind of lost my train of thought. You guys just jumped on me real quick. Can you remind where were we at?
Oh, but when I forgot, it was a big deal, but okay.
Somewhere
Nah,
between
forgive
verbal
you.
diarrhea
Forgive me.
and fucking falling asleep. That's where
I
we
love
were.
you guys. Listen, hey, listen. I love you guys. I really do. I appreciate this show. It's a great topic. But let's get back on track, okay? I don't want to lose track of where we were. So you asked me about Kamala Harris. Why didn't I vote for Kamala Harris? So the last black guy that called it, he made a really great point that you guys got upset at. You know, a lot of the antics that the Democrats been pulling on black people for all these years, to be honest with you guys, I know you don't want to hear this, but it's just not working anymore. You know, all the rappers and all the singers that come up and twerk their ass, that twerk their behinds on stage. You know, a lot of black people are starting to wake up and say, you know, like, this is them playing, you know, with our culture and on our emotions to try to get us to vote for them, but not giving
Let's
us
be
anything
clear.
tangible.
It was men.
But
it was men.
But not giving us anything tangible in return. Black people want results, okay?
Hey,
you know,
so
some of us aren't brain dead. You can't just you know, do a little hippity hop in front of us. It's just not working anymore. All right. Kamala Harris, and you know, I even felt the same way about Hillary.
wait, so
back in the
did
day.
Kid
They
Rock
get up
work
on
for
these.
you?
I was just about to
Say
say that.
again. Say again.
Did Kid Rock work for you? Like which part of the ba da da ba did it? Which part of the Kid Rock set really worked for you?
I can't name your Kid Rock song. I don't choose my candidates based off of who's rapping or hippity hopping on the stage.
So why don't you tell us why you chose him?
Why I chose who? Kid Rock.
He didn't vote, he said. He said he didn't vote.
No, I didn't say
Wait,
I
are we
didn't
still?
vote. You guys don't listen.
We
You
can't
guys are
keep
getting
you
me
straight
know,
from
I
the
confused with
asked
other
the
you
last
fucking
black guy.
knucklehead.
I'm a different
Exactly.
black guy, okay? I voted for Trump.
I know, and I asked you why. What was the policy that was like, man,
Another thing,
yes,
okay.
this
I
right
want to
here,
give you guys,
the 18 pages of policy, this is the page.
yeah. I
This
want to give
plan,
you guys
that
the
was the
black
one.
psychology. No, I'm being honest with you guys. If you listen to me, I'm
I
giving you the
literally
black
just asked you
psychology.
for a policy. I asked you for a policy of Trump's that convinced you to vote for him.
Yeah, if you had let me get to it. Is that all right?
Yep, let's go.
All right. Love you. Okay, I want to outline 2 points and let's get back on track. So really quickly, another thing, if you please just let me get this off, please, ladies
Nobody said
and
anything.
gentlemen.
Just say a
Go, my guy.
policy.
We're waiting.
Okay, well, I know you guys want me to speed into the whole Trump policy, but I wanted to make another point, a pit stop before I got to the Trump side. So I want to bring up
I'm
Black
about to
Lives
choke on the
Matter. Is
pit
that
stop.
all right? Can I bring up Black Lives Matter?
Oh
What?
my
Is
God.
that all right?
Dude, your
Okay,
pit
so here's
stops are
another
like
thing.
vacations.
Before you
Here's
go off
another
on your
thing that
tangent, can I just say something real quick? You keep saying that you love us. Love is an action, and you not voting
We're
is
voting for
I
Trump.
did vote.
you're
What?
you're voting for harm, or a
That's
lack of a vote
subjective.
is a vote for harm. You did not vote for
He
Okay,
harm
voted for
reduction.
Trump.
but that's very subjective. This is a free country. We
No,
have the
it's
right
not.
to
Listen,
you have
I
the right
never
no,
to
thought
choose your
lovers would
gender.
read
no
my
I have the right to
face.
politician
choose my party.
No politician is ideal, but if you compare Kamala's platform to Trump's, you will see the difference. That woman supported voting rights legislation and holding the police accountable for the things that they do. The whole the children's tax credit thing that she was going to do, which would have cut Black child poverty in half, and all those healthcare subsidies. The Republican Party supported none of those. So you're rejecting someone who fought for Black interests at a time when the Republicans fought for them maybe, 10% of the time, if that? So miss me with all of that.
Okay, I respect that opinion.
So,
You know,
caller,
sometimes.
unfortunately, they paid to kick you, so this is the end of our conversation. Goodbye.
All right.
W. Kiara.
Kiara. I just wanted to let DRC
Love you so
finish what
much.
they were saying. I wanted
Finish
him to
him.
hear that.
I appreciate it.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, what's up?
First off, love a little streak in your hair.
Thanks.
Secondly, when he was talking about community and stuff like that, I find it interesting he was talking about that and using it as one of his points, because when we think of community, we think about bringing others up into a safe environment, and when you use harmful rhetoric to attack a group of people or even put
Mailer.
what
To
the hell?
accept, press 1. To send a voicemail,
Oh,
press
I have
2.
to accept this call. I answered it on accident. Hey, caller, hold on just a second.
All right.
Go ahead.
That was a great accent. Okay. No. So when we're doing into talking about community, when you're obviously putting out hateful rhetoric and you're also putting out harmful rhetoric, you're not building up the community at all. In fact, you're actually harming the community by allowing people to say the same things that you're saying. When you post pictures depicting Black people as apes, when you're posting these videos of you shitting on Americans that don't support you, when you're actively posting videos of bombing other countries, you're depicting hateful rhetoric that is harmful because you're allowing other people to think, oh, this is okay to talk in a public forum, when it is not at all. And it has never been normalized to say stuff like that ever. So that's just what I wanted to say on that. So
Exactly. You're telling people to go back to their own country, telling people that, immigrants are ruining the blood of this country. That's harmful. That's not, no. So I heard someone this morning talking about, oh, he loves immigrants, just the legal ones. No, y'all are so twisted mentally. It's not even funny anymore. It's not even funny anymore.
How do you think their backs feel from all that twisting and pivoting?
Exactly.
I don't know. Maybe they should try Pilates.
Their backs probably don't hurt as much as their knees from all the bootlicking.
Mm-hmm.
True. I watched a video about Pilates and how Pilates was actually originally invented to help disabled soldiers who came back from World War I and World War II. Because they were bedridden, they couldn't actually get out of bed to do any of their exercise. So they would use the Pilates machine. And eventually it became a Dancers Tool, and now it's...
Now it's a fucking workout craze. It's been around for a while.
Yeah, but apparently it's been Like it's fucking amazing.
I heard.
So, like,
I heard about that. I heard about the history of Pilates. I thought that was rather interesting. It is almost 1 a.m. We have had a little bit of a lull of interaction, so I think I'm going to call it here. I think it's a good time. What do you guys think? You think we should call it now, or should we keep going? Because I don't know that we're getting any more ops.
I think
I
you should
mean,
poke spot and enjoy your night.
yeah.
Y'all all go
I'm gonna
find
enjoy the
Army
shirt.
Barbie. Army Barbie is
Army
on somebody's
Barbie?
panel. I can't. Yeah,
Okay.
it's spelled B-A-R-B. Every time I say I'm gonna go, they call. Every time. We'll give them an
Hey,
opportunity.
pull me back in.
Caller, you better make it good, my friend. Please tell me your name and where you're calling from.
This is Benito calling in back from Seattle. I was given an adult conversation, and you guys just hung up on me when you didn't
No
like
me
what I
jodas.
said.
No means no.
Wait, he said that he was from Seattle, but he told us before he was in Maine. Where is it,
thought
my
so
guy?
too. Yeah, I know he said both Seattle and Maine. We are going to go find Army Barbie, spelled Army, like Army, A-R-M-Y. Barbie is spelled B-A-R-B-E-E. I believe they're on somebody's panel. I don't give a shit. I love Army Barbie. Army Barbie is smart as fuck, hilarious, and goddamn beautiful. Y'all go find Army Barbie and you raid whatever live that is. And tell them I said, hello. Everybody be good. And if you can't be good,
All right, bye everybody. Good night.
good night. Everybody be gay and do crimes. It's Pride. Fuck yeah. Bye.
Happy Pride, baby! Woo!
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I would love to wish your brother a happy birthday, except I can't read that. Oh, man. Oh, I can't close this. If I close this, you guys will lose the camera. I did that yesterday, too. That's crazy. You can't see me when I turn that shit off.